Hello traders, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. This is Vishal and you're watching weekly sectoral analysis. I hope all of you are enjoying your weekend and it's very important to unwind from your trading routine, especially after, facing such a volatile week last week, right? Let's get into the video straight away. You're looking at the weekly chart right now of Nifty Spot, and what we can see is that the trend is up and prices are trading above the dual moving averages, which means that trend is progressingly pretty confidently. But there is only one thing, which is something which all of you should notice, that the price is currently at 18,534 and the moving averages are much below than that. So there's a possibility that some sort of catch up should happen between the price and the moving averages. Either price will consolidate, or probably there could be a short-term correction and then possibly there could be a pullback. But if you check the daily time frame charts, things are a little bit different. What has happened is that in the daily time frame chart, trend is certainly up, and this is a support band which I had also shared in my previous Nifty and Bank Nifty short-term view. The support band is at 18,538 to 18,430, and even 18,420 is a decent support. So what we can see, prices tried very, very hard to close below this support band, but they have not been successful. In fact, even in the last hour of Friday's trading session, I'll just try to go on to the hourly time frame chart. If you can see properly, this is what we opened on Friday. Suddenly, after opening little bit gap up, we came down, and then there was once again a rally. Once again, I think in mid-noon, what happened was that price could not surpass the day's high, and taking this stop loss, possibly day traders could have shorted the market, and you saw markets coming down till 18,496. But once again, it pulled back. So it was hell lot of volatility which happened in the last week, especially on Friday. But in doing all these things, what has happened is a inside bar pattern is visible on the daily chart of Nifty Spot. Trend is certainly up, and possibly whichever direction prices give a trading breakout, if we surpass Friday's high, which is probably at 18,574, then the momentum will continue on the upside. And if we break 18,478, we could break on the downside. But again, on the downside, we have a support band. All right. So overall, the biasness is a little bit on the upside, but volatility will continue. So you have to trade very, very carefully. And again, if you're trading in derivatives, please do not over leverage your trading positions. Let's have a look at Bank Nifty. In Bank Nifty, you can see the trend is up, and last three candles I would like to highlight. The first candle is a small hanging man. Second is also a small hanging man. Third is a spinning top. So consecutively 3 weeks, prices are facing resistance from its all-time high. And if you can see, what is happening is some sort of consolidation with biasness on the upside and lot of volatility, especially if you check within this zone, there was a lot of volatility. And again, considering the way private banks are moving, there's a possibility that this short-term volatility might stay, but the biasness could be on the upside. And if you check on the daily time frame chart, once again, we have a inside bar pattern. So again, if Bank Nifty trades above Friday's high, then the momentum will continue on the upside. That is an inside bar pattern. All right. Let's have a look at the private banking pack. In private banking pack, if you check the stocks and if you check the chart of the index, things are very, very different. The reason for that is, if you check the private banking chart, it's very smooth. Prices are trending on the upside. Even over here, there is a little bit of volatility, certainly in the short term, but overall biasness is again visible on the upside. But if you check stocks like HDFC Bank, things are completely different over here. In fact, in the weekly time frame chart, there was a nice bounce, and this rally should have actually continued. But somehow I don't know that why this price has come down. Possibly what has happened is this gap down which occurred. this is providing some sort of resistance and prices are not able to surpass that. All right. So if you check this particular stock, if you check Kotak Bank, again, Kotak Bank, the way it has opened gap down, it is certainly, putting some sort of pressure on the markets, especially in last couple of days. But we don't need to be extremely be on the negative side. There are stocks which could provide some sort of support to the markets. One of them is ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank tried to bounce from this particular support on probably on 26th May. It went up but could not surpass this high of 958.59 and again it retraced. So this is a support band in ICICI Bank and the support band coordinates are 936 to 925. As long as price is trading above this, things are fine. If price closes below this, there could be some sort of retracement on the downside. The reason for that is also, if you check the weekly time frame charts, there is a doji and after a doji, there has been a big red candle. Thankfully, you can say the big red candle has not closed below the lows of previous weekly candle. If that would have happened, then little bit more bearishness sentiment would have been created in ICICI Bank. So till the time we are above this support band in the daily time frame charts, a possibility of a bounce back is open, but for that we'll need a breakout in the shorter term time frame charts. Now, one more stock which we need to concentrate on is Axis Bank. Axis Bank, if you check properly, it's looking very, very strong. Currently, it is one of the strongest stocks in the private banking pack. Last 2 weeks, you can see there has been a consolidation, spinning tops, you can say small hanging man, once again, a small hanging man, but the size is pretty small in comparison to the big green candle. So that is not a worry. And the stock had rallied pretty nicely. And if you see RSI is within the 70 level. So some sort of consolidation, some sort of sideways movement is possibility. Once the sideways movement is over and if the stock catches momentum by tracking in the shorter term time frame charts, this could result into a decent swing trade. But this entire thing will take few days to happen. It is not going to happen immediately on Monday or Tuesday. It will take few days. All right. But you can keep this stock in your watch list. PSU banks. PSU banks, according to me, are far more looking bullish right now in comparison to not just private banking pack, but possibly every other sector within this list. Now, the reason for that is this is the first rally. This is the first rally, first leg. Second leg, it has retraced. Third leg, it is trying to come out. So it needs to close above this zone, possibly with a big green candle. Once that happens, I think that will provide a lot of momentum and positivity in the bullish traders, especially who are bullish on the PSU banking stocks. Two stocks which I would like to share my view on is Canara Bank. Canara Bank is looking extremely bullish right now, but this upper wick over here, if you check, 315, 340, 315.40 is a small worry for me right now. I guess a close above this candle, above say 316, 17 or 18 with a big green candle will result into a much bigger uptrend in coming days or weeks. Second stock from my side is going to be Bank of Baroda. Now, if you check Bank of Baroda, yes, there has been some sort of consolidation, especially in this zone. After this rise should have continued, but somehow it faced selling pressure due to this resistance. Now, the good part is that it has not broken this low and it is trying slowly and steadily to rally on the upside. I guess once it surpasses this high, then Bank of Baroda could also rally on the upside with pretty nice momentum. And one stock, PNB, I have made a special video on this particular stock. You can go onto my YouTube channel and you can find that video. I think I had posted this video just few days back. As per my analysis, the stock is pretty much bullish and a close above 52 would provide pretty nice momentum in this stock. And you can see that the stock has already closed above 52. So my bullish view has already been initiated. Just go and check the video in my YouTube channel. You'll understand more in depth. Metal pack. Metal pack, if you check the weekly time frame charts, things are just going haywire, which means it's just consolidating. In the daily time frame charts, yes, this is a decent rally, correction, again a rally and a small consolidation. But some people would think that is this the revival stage of metals? Well, this is the index. If you look at the stocks, you will find things are little bit different over there. If you open the chart of Tata Steel, there is complete chaos over here, complete sideways movement, and same thing in the daily time frame chart. So I would avoid this stock completely. If you open SAIL, again same thing, horrible consolidation even in the weekly time frame charts. I would completely avoid this stock. If you check any other metal stock, even Jindal Steel and Power, this was one of the strong stocks, but the way it collapsed is really, really bad. And currently it's in a pullback stage. You can see that it has tried to make a couple of hammers in the weekly time frame chart. And there is a possibility that if it surpasses possibly this high, especially 534, 535, it could go higher and try to test 547, 548. But this is just a pullback. This is just a pullback. I'm not talking about a big uptrend or something like that. Autopack. Now, Autopack is certainly one of the strong sectors, but just check the weekly time frame chart. The weekly time frame chart is a very strong chart right now. The reason for that is in this uptrend from starting from this point to this point, you will see numerous big green candles. 2, 3, 4. This one is not very big, but I'll still count as one. So in such a big uptrend, there are numerous big green candles. This shows the strength, the momentum of this sector. But if you have a close look at this sector, you can see that the RSI is now above 70 over here. All right. In the daily time frame chart, it is well above 70 since many days. And if I plot a Fibonacci extension over here, we are possibly nearing a resistance. If the Autopack respects this resistance, then I would expect some sort of consolidation in this sector. Just have a look at Tata Motors. Again, if you see RSI well above 70 in the weekly time frame charts, the trend is continuing on the upside. If you're a positional trader, you can continue holding this stock with a trailing stop loss. But at this juncture, at this rate, I would certainly not enter into a new positional trade over here. But yes, if there is a drop in the stock significantly, then my views will change for a swing trade. But whenever that happens, I'll try to share with all of you. If you check Maruti is a stock which has gained momentum, strength, and the way it is going up, chances are that it will continue going higher. As a positional trader, I would not like to initiate any trades currently. But if there is a consolidation or a small correction on the downside, then I would look into it for a swing trade. And there is a small support band over here in case if that is helpful. You can see the support band is from 8958 to 9490. Right? Check Bajaj Auto. Again, Bajaj Auto is also a stock which has rallied a lot. And if you check the weekly time frame charts, it's well above 70. It's at 76, 77. So the question of initiating new positional trade is out of question. But if the stock corrects down, it consolidates, then maybe the doors will open for a probable swing trade. Till that point of time, I would avoid this stock. Although there is one stock which has came on my list right now is Ashok Leyland. Now, Ashok Leyland currently has not rallied or performed that nicely as comparison to other auto stocks. And if you check, it is consolidating right now. It is just consolidating, but the consolidation is happening at a support band. There's a candle cluster over here with the 50% Fibonacci retracement. So it shows that the support is pretty strong from 146 to 145. Currently, there is no buy signal in this stock at all because it is consolidating. There is no point of buying into a consolidation zone. Imagine if you would have bought somewhere over here, what would have happened? It would have dropped down, suddenly gone up, suddenly gone down. So there is no pattern visible. So even over here, there is no pattern visible. But the matter of fact is every auto stock has run. This is a stock which has not performed and it is trading at a support. So in case if there is a short-term breakout in this particular stock in the daily time frame charts, I would like to probably participate in this stock as a swing trade, not as a positional trade. IT pack. IT pack, you can see that prices are now rallying. And if you check the monthly time frame charts, the overall whatever is happening currently is just consolidation, and within a range it is happening. It is continuously just going up and down, just consolidating, nothing much. In the weekly time frame charts here, things are a little bit different. You can see a hammer, a bullish bell tool, and prices are rallying. But the leader of this pack, which is Infosys, is still looking weak. If Infosys had performed nicely on the upside, it would not only provide more psychological strength in a trader's mind to participate in IT pack, but it would also support Nifty to go higher, because you can see stocks like HDFC Bank, Reliance are not participating. They are lagging. So if this stock would have performed, things would be better. But anyways, the stock is trying to pull back, but it is facing a lot of resistance within this zone. So I guess we'll have to wait and watch how things pan out for this particular stock. But just by looking at this stock, you will not be able to judge what is happening in the entire sector. The reason for that is currently the stock which is showing immense strength is HCL Tech. The way it has not fallen much like Infosys, the way it has rallied, and currently it is in an uptrend. All right, so this is one of the strong stocks. But if you check possibly on the daily time frame charts, what you can see is it has surpassed its previous high in the weekly time frame charts over here, which was at Jan 2023. It has closed above it. Currently, if you check the prices are slightly overstretched in the daily time frame charts. So in case if the stock corrects and consolidates, and then if it starts to go higher, it could result into a good swing trade. One another stock which is trying to gain momentum right now is TCS. TCS has closed above its dual moving averages in the weekly time frame charts. In the daily time frame charts, it has shot up, currently consolidating. But if it manages to surpass 3043, 3343, and possibly even 3360, there is a decent chance that this stock will surprise us on the upside in short term. Finance pack. Finance pack looks very strong. Yes, this is something which is very, very interesting. It makes a decent bottom. Prices shoot up and suddenly prices close down. If we close below this low, then there will be some sort of selling pressure visible on the downside. But otherwise, overall, the stocks within this sector are doing very, very fine. Especially one of the stocks which I shared in my previous weekly sectoral analysis, and even before, I had clearly told that PFC is one of the stocks where traders should keep watch and time their breakouts in the shorter term time frame charts, and you can see how nicely and the stock has moved from 166 to 190, and probably this is a good time to book partial or even complete profits. If you're a trend follower, you can continue following the trend with a trailing stop loss. But if you are a trader who trades with a target based ideology in swing trading, then this is a good time to book your profits. FMCG pack. FMCG pack is one of the sectors which is smartly moving. Why I'm using the word smartly is, first it rallies, then it consolidates, so it doesn't have to correct. And then even in this particular rally, generally when rallies are going on, the volatility increases. Volatility is of two way. I'm not talking about the India Wix. I'm talking about the size of the candles. So if you check, the size of the candles are not very, very big. And this way, this sector has been able to rally for a pretty long period of time, and even the RSI is very smooth, and now the RSI is near 80. So as a trader, would I be interested in buying stocks like ITC, which is an FMCG king stock, at this juncture as a positional trader? Certainly not. I would like to hold it with a trailing stop loss. And I had also shared my view in my last weekly sectoral analysis that ITC was a good stock for a swing trade. Even last week, maybe couple of weeks back also, I had told that ITC is a good stock for a swing trade. And you can see the stock has rallied from 411 to possibly somewhere around 451. And this is a good juncture. If you're holding this stock, one should book either complete profits or book partial and wait with your trailing stop loss. It depends what is your trading ideology. Consumption pack, very strong uptrend, decent momentum on the upside also. And now the RSI is well above 70, you can say. Little bit overstretched in the daily time frame charts. So a possibility of a short-term consolidation is very much possible. And the next resistance for this particular sector is at 8171. All right. So yes, if you're a swing trader holding consumption stocks in your portfolio, try to book partial profits and wait with a trailing stop loss. I would not suggest that this is a good time to buy any consumption stock until and unless it's just trying to break out. Infra pack, strong uptrend. RSI not above 70. The momentum is decent enough, but some sort of resistance is visible within this zone, because you can see whenever prices are trying to surpass this area, there is an inverted hammer. So a big green candle will possibly be a nail in the coffin of the shorters in this particular sector, and the rally might continue. But we'll need a big green candle over here. Otherwise, it will not be possible. Pharma pack. Now, this particular sector has surprised everyone the way it came down, it rallied, and suddenly it was looking that now possibly it's time to stay away from this sector with a bullish view. But suddenly the prices have rallied and shot up. Now, the one of the stocks which I certainly like is Sun Pharma over here. Currently, the stock is showing its strength that even after breaking this support multiple times, it's trying to come up. So if it wants to, go and claim its territory and claim that it is the king of the pharma pack, first thing is it will have to close above this previous high, because as per Dow theory, you can see this is the first high, this is the first high, this is the second high, and then this is the third point. So you can see we have a lower high over here. As per Dow theory, what we need is a new high. If this happens, this entire chain of lower highs, lower lows will be broken, and things will start getting interesting once again in Sun Pharma. All right. One of the stocks which I am looking at right now and looks pretty interesting is Dr. Reddy. Now, Dr. Reddy is currently consolidating, and if you check the weekly time frame chart, avoid the daily time frame chart. Yes, I understand there's a gap over here, but just for 1 minute, try to understand what is happening in the weekly time frame chart. There has been multiple times the stock has collapsed and it has tried to revive itself. And every time it has been able to do with maintaining the rules of Dow. What I mean to say is, you can see this is the first rally, this is the correction. Now this correction is higher than the previous low. Once again, we have a very good rally and a correction with very high momentum. Still, it's not been able to break this low. So as far as this low is holding, this low is not breaking, there are chances of this stock to be revived on the upside, but you'll have to understand that there is a gap over here, and the midpoint of this candle could be a resistance. So I guess as a trader, you can say that once the stock goes about 48.55, I can completely understand that why am I looking at a stock which is trading at 46.10, and why would I buy it above 48.55? The reason for that is, if you buy the stock before that, you will be trying to buy at a price where there is resistance, and buying at times higher is more better and safer rather than buying low. Let's have a look at the realty pack. In realty pack, things are going pretty nicely. Very strong momentum. The momentum indicator oscillator RSI is trying to get into the 70 zone over here. And if you check probably the daily time frame charts, this is a very, very good momentum which has happened in the realty pack. The stock which I generally track in realty pack is DLF. Now, is it a good time to buy DLF as a positional trade? The answer is no, because it is slightly overstretched in the weekly and little bit even in the daily time frame chart. But yes, if the stock comes down, consolidates possibly, and improves the risk reward ratio, I would start looking at it with a viewpoint of a swing trader. Mid cap index, it's going very smoothly. All of these candles, almost from 27 March 2023, all of these candles in the weekly time frame charts are green, not even one single green candle, or not even one single red candle. So that shows the power of the momentum of this particular sector. Even in the daily time frame charts, you can see the first stage of this rally, consolidation, and the second stage of the rally. So the trend is continuing on the upside pretty nicely, very strongly, but RSI in the daily time frame charts is at 84.35, almost near 85. So this is a good time possibly to trail your stop losses, keep tight stop losses, because generally mid-cap stocks have high volatility. In case if you see any profit booking, then you will be able to come out of your positions as soon as possible. All right. But I would certainly not try to buy a new stock in mid cap at this juncture until and unless it is giving a fresh breakout and it has not participated early in this entire rally from here onwards. Okay. So I hope you have understood and aware how prices could move next week. And do not forget that there is an inside bar pattern visible on the Nifty and Bank Nifty charts, both of them. All right. So hope that this video will prove to be helpful for all of you. Trade safely. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you.